the Sandbox. This crypto got a lot of attention in 2021. There was partnerships with big companies. A number of celebrities were sort of involved in Sandbox to some degree. And there's potential for this to do quite well in this bull cycle. But I will point out there is some, what I would consider concerning statistics regarding Sandbox that I think need discussing. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. When I did the videos, I showed myself buying up these coins. I expected they were going to make me a lot of cash. And if you'd have done the same, and say you'd have popped $100 into each one when I released the videos, all you would have had to do is sit on them for 16 months and then sell them, and your total profit in under a year and a half would have been over 123 grand. Now, in under a year and a half, that's nearly a house. You're not going to get that in any other market. The thing is you don't have a year and a half to get your portfolio sorted. You don't even have 2 months, really. We're in a bull cycle, and despite the pullback that we're currently experiencing, these markets are going to rip to the upside soon. And when they do, if you don't have a portfolio or your portfolio is full of rubbish, you will just watch everyone else making money in these markets. So, as you head over to copymycrypto.com and just have a look at the site. See what my members have earned. See what successes we've had. It's all public record, so you can verify it. It's all on the history of this channel. It's where I share the coins that I'm in. Whenever I buy or sell any coin, I tell my members what coin I'm buying and at what price. I do the same when I sell. So my members have no work to do at all. They make the exact same profit as me. And if that sounds good to you, go to the site, read through it all, watch the videos, and then try the service out, because no doubt it'll be able to help you out, guys. Now let's talk Sandbox. So Sandbox is on every big exchange, so it's not going to get like an exchange bounce. Most of the supply is out. I mean, there's still technically about 700 mil to come out, but the unlock basically completes around September of this year. And yeah, so August next month, 181 million sand will arrive on the market, and then another 187 million will arrive in Feb. And then there should be a little bit more. But yeah. So what is Sandbox? It's a game that, everyone should know this game by now. It was launched by Pixowl. It's buying and selling digital assets in the form of a game. It's a combination of NFT and play to earn. And it's a virtual world. It's playing in a virtual world. It's an interesting concept. Like I say, Pixowl were the creators. Arthur Madrid is the founder of and CEO of Pixowl, along with Sebastian Bourget, who both have a pretty good resume. Now, Sandbox, when they launched, there was a lot of interest, because the partnerships that they had were pretty great when they got them. Recently, in the last year, people like Steve Aoki's partnered. Obviously, Ledger did. Paris Hilton did. Care Bears did. You don't need to go recent either. But they're just some of the most recent, rather, people that have partnered. But they have had big companies that have started working with Sandbox. They're really trying to create an ecosystem where there are events, there are experiences. You go into the virtual world and you enjoy, what's happening, whether it's, silly games, whether it's just sort of an experience of communicating with other people, whether it is the fashion luxury industry, which, we saw big fashion companies getting in with Sandbox. Musicians have obviously done so. Entertainment-wise, there's been a lot of brands that have worked directly with Sandbox as well. Again, all of this really caused Sandbox to have a lot of interest, a lot of support, and there were a ton of there was so much growth for Sandbox. They were making, there was incredible money being spent on land. There was incredible money being spent just on the token itself. As you can see, you've got stuff like Shaun the Sheep. You've got The Walking Dead here. Atari's there. These are you've got Bored Ape thing, Steampunk Alley. There's so much here. Many of which are big companies and stuff as well. Ubisoft, there's another one, Game 5 Ventures. You can see obviously some VCs got in early and stuff. Socios, there's your Chili's sort of influence. I think that's BitBoy. Is that BitBoy? Don't know. Yeah, and you know what? It was exciting. It was interesting. It was intriguing to see for sale. Wow. Yeah, and this was fundamentally very, very interesting at the time. And like I said, you had a bit of a celeb influence within the whole thing as well. As you can see, Steve Aoki, The Walking Dead, The Smurfs, Ubisoft, Warner Music Group, Playboy, which was interesting that they jumped in, Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah, it was proper intriguing. Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen was in there. That's a great show. Dead Mouse. And all those things, if we see this sort of same flourish in celebs like Snoop Dogg and people like that getting involved again, really promoting it, talking about it, people will buy, because that's what happens. We've seen it with Paris Hill, Kim Kardashian with Ethereum Max. We saw it with the Bored Apes, with people like Jimmy Fallon and co. And this could, in theory, have a really, really good run again. SEC alleges LIDA or staking programs or unregistered securities, of course. But the thing that is concerning has got to be this. So the actual stats are really crap. Really crap. So you're talking, in terms of the last 24 hours, unique active wallets that interacted with the Sandbox, with the smart contracts on the Sandbox, were 195. That's it. 254 transactions in a 24-hour period. If we go to a 30-day window, we took in 4,000 transactions in a month. Volume-wise, it's not even like it's tons. You're talking about 500,000. It is phenomenally underwhelming. Phenomenally underwhelming. And if you are, when you look around at the crypto space at the moment, there are some games that have a minuscule market cap, but have way more interactions, way more people using. Alien Worlds is a great example. It's a 50 mil market cap, but it's doing stupid amounts of people, stupid amounts of players every day. Stupid amounts of interactions with the smart contract every day. But with Sandbox, you're not seeing that. And from my perspective, this should be concerning. I mean, even on NFTs, there were 18 sellers, 12 buyers. There were 22 sales made in the last 24 hours. Even if you go to a 30-day window, 986 sales. It's not incredible, is it? You're talking volume-wise, $223,000. I mean, it basically means each person's spending a couple of grand. Obviously, that on average, that's not small amounts, but especially when you look at all time, 214,000 sales. So since it got up and running, 214,000 sales, but in the last 30 days, 1,000. So the drop off has been enormous. And if And I honestly look at Sandbox and think, maybe, you know what, it might not even get to $1 this year. It might not. The interactions are minuscule. People are not really playing this. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm gonna end up creating an account to play it just to have a look, to have a proper like deep dive into this. But right now, weak, really weak. And it wouldn't be a shock to not see this even reach $1 or even $2, you know. But if they get the same momentum they got back in 2021, if they get celebs on board, if they get big brands on board, if they can rekindle that excitement, that metaverse excitement that we experienced in 2021, then maybe it can run back up, and maybe it will get to, you know, sort of $4.50. That's probably about the peak. It's not going to break its previous high, but it might run up to $4.50. But to do that, again, it has to onboard big businesses, like big brands that are recognized brands, and it has to onboard some celebs. It has to. If it doesn't onboard any celebs, there's not going to be the volume coming into it, unless there's a huge development in the game itself, which really draws some interest, or again, a big brand. I think they're really going to struggle in price action. And it genuinely wouldn't shock me at all to see this struggle to get above $1. Which is weird to say, because, you know, when we were all looking at that in 2021, it seemed like this was going to be like one of the biggest mainstays in the gaming sector. But it's a bit stagnant at the moment. That level of user base is really weak right now. So, and you know, when the price is 25 cents, you know, it's a roughly 600 mil market cap, or 550 mil, whatever. But if you've got like 1,000 smart contract interactions a month, is this really worth $500 million? I would argue not. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Are you surprised at how low the activity is with the smart contracts? Let me know in the comments down below. And guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in this bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is join up at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my entire portfolio with my members. Whenever I buy or sell a coin, I tell my members what coin I'm going to buy and at what price. Whenever I sell, I do the same thing. I tell my members what coin I'm going to sell and at what price. So my members get in and out of cryptos at the same prices, so they make the same profit. Added bonus there is they obviously don't have to do any work at all. And if you go onto the site, you will see the successes. You will see the money that they've made. This is all public record. You can verify it on the history of this channel. And if you've never got around to it, guys, go on the site now, because if you don't have a portfolio or your portfolio is full of rubbish, you're going to watch everyone else making money in these markets while you don't. So have a look at the site and try it out, guys. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.